The Chicago Bulls are cooking something big when it comes to Josh Giddey and his restricted free agent status this offseason. We're going to get into it. Hi, I'm Shaq Barnes here with another episode of Bulls Digest, the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls. Also notice that 6-7% of you guys have been watching the channel and have not been subscribed. So treat it like the Bulls intro and run right through that subscribe button. Like we always do, we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste no time. Chicago Bulls could stumble into a Josh Giddey discount per report. Yes, with the crazy free agent market that's going to probably go on this offseason, and a lot of things have changed because of the new CBA rules. And a lot of teams don't really have no money. And that second apron is something else. So, with Josh Giddey being a restricted free agent, I talked about this in a video before. If you have not seen, go back and check those other videos out too, where I was explaining restricted free agents for people who don't know. Like, when you're a restricted free agent, you as a team could match any offer that a star gets on your team, and you can keep him. The Bulls did this before with Zach Lavine when the first time he had a contract extension, the Kings wanted him, which coincidentally he still ended up on the Kings anyway. But so yes, so now with Josh Giddey with the ability to be a restricted free agent, the Bulls have the leverage to not only match any offer, but with the new rules and the new CBA, it's only one team, which I'm going to talk about this team later in the video, that really has the money to straight up sign Josh Giddey to the contract that he actually wants. But we get to Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey did come off one of his best seasons of his NBA career in 2024-2025. He averaged 14 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and he averaged a steal, while connecting on a career high 37.8%. And he had 278 three-pointers on an average of four per game. After All-Star break, though, and this what we see to get it there. You know, after All-Star break, he averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists while shooting 50% from the field and 45% from deep. He and the Bulls could not agree on a long-term contract extension before the season, but both sides have impetus to get the deal done. Giddy leaked will earn him a healthy payday, and he's perfectly tailored fit for Chicago. Up-tempo, transition-based offense. His improvement as a three-point shooter only helps as well. And everything about this report is 100% true from the fact of that Josh Giddey he played outstanding, and he played to the point to get to the money that he's actually looking for and he possibly deserves. But when it comes to the business of basketball, you got to play the game like the business of basketball. Do I think the Bulls want to pay Josh Giddey and going to pay Josh Giddey? Yes. Do I think it's going to be at the number that he won't? Probably not, because at the end of the day, let the business of basketball play out. If you can get him for a lower deal, the Bulls are going to do it. You know how ownership is. And then, two, we also went through this situation before with the DeMar DeRozans, the Zach Lavines. So the Bulls don't want to go back to the same situation that was in before with overpaying guys. We can't really do nothing with the moves wise, and we're not winning. So it's not necessarily worth it. And the Bulls definitely showed a lot of promise during the second half of the season, but with the restricted free agency how it's set up, and it's only really one team with money, you got to play it right, and you could possibly get them for a discount. I'm sorry, we all live in the same world. We could want something, but if we could get a discount for it, you're gonna take the discount for it. You're going to. It's no choice when it comes to that. But what Giddy is looking for, let's get into that. Giddy is reportedly hoping for a contract similar to the one that Jalen Suggs received from the Orlando Magic last offseason. Suggs' deal was for 5 years at $150 million. But certain aspect of Giddy's free agency saga could be breaking right for Chicago heading into negotiations. The Josh Giddey market could dry up quickly if it exists. Now, that's two parts that we got to understand, because one, Josh Giddey balled out the second half of this season. almost giving a 20-point triple double. But we don't even know if it's really a market for Josh Giddey. That's one. And then two, the market could dry up quick because it's a lot of teams that don't really have money to just outright pay Josh Giddey. And then the one team that has the money to pay Josh Giddey, they in the rebuild. Do you really want to pay 150 for a young guy who's still trying to find himself at this point in time? If you want to pay him that healthy price. And I think for Josh Giddey's skill set, 5 years and been around that Jalen Suggs range, that's around his player range. I think if he plays how he played the second half of the season, he's definitely a better player than Jalen Suggs for sure. So you'll be getting him for a healthy deal. But once again, the business of basketball still got to come and play. If I could get a discount for you, we're going to take that discount. Now let's get into who the team is. Of course, it's the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are the only team with enough cap space to sign Giddy to a Suggs-type offer sheet right out back. But that will come with risk. Do the Nets really want to tie themselves to a talented and improved but still flawed floor general so early in the rebuild? If they do make a run at Giddy, will they offer him $30 million or more per year? Yosai, via his Substack, pointed out how these issues should give the Bulls the upper hand in negotiations. He said, and he quoted, the harsh conditions of restricted free agency and the lack of offers that may come with it could get the Bulls to offer him something in the low 20s range annually. Yosai writes, an annual salary in the $25 million range could be his ceiling and ultimately a fair compromise. Now, do I think the Bulls will go as low as $20 million? No. I think they know we want a guy, but we don't want a disgruntled guy on the team too. So that's one. I think 25 million, maybe you get to like 27, 28. I think you can easily do like a 27 per year. Put some incentives in there that if we hit those incentives, then he could get to his 30 million. So now it's like a good compromise for both teams. So if Giddy don't get those incentives, then maybe he don't get his 30 million. And then you can make the incentives something that's beneficial for the team. Like, hey, winning the playoff series. Hey, getting the team above this record. Hey, averaging this amount of assists or something like that. Or if the team ranks top 15 in the offensive rating. Or, if the team ranks extra in assists or something like that. Put things like that in there for Giddy. And I think he will still be happy because now he's still getting a decent amount of money. And he can actually get to his $30 million that he actually wants. Then you also with the Chicago Bulls, you're getting a young star for a reasonable price. And if more and more, and if the team grows and grows year by year, we got players on favorable deals. So now we can go add a possible Giannis Antetokounmpo that everybody going crazy over. Or maybe, Luka Doncic got traded. Ant-Man could be available at some point. You never know. But we have the flexibility to do anything in the future. But I think this is a great deal for the Bulls because we're in a great situation where there's only really one team that really can offer him. And I can't see the Brooklyn Nets really going all out for Josh Giddey at this point in time and how the team is currently constructed. But Giddy will aim for the $30 million mark. In most other offseason, he will likely reach it based on his finish to 2024-2025. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately for Chicago, he may have to settle for less. Which is 100% true. He might have to settle for less because there's not too many teams with that to offer. I think if it was like a normal offseason where at least like 6-7 teams had the money to sign him, the Bulls would probably have to pay 35 to probably keep him, maybe close to 40 to keep him. And then what teams usually do in the restricted free agent, they do a poison pill contract. A poison pill contract is they'll load all the money up front. So his first couple of years could be 37, 38 million, but the back end of his contract, will be like 20 to 22 million. That's the things that teams do from time to time. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. What if you were Chicago Bulls? What are you bringing to the table to offer Josh Giddey to keep him, or would you just hand him the $30 million that he actually won right off top? It's been Shaq Barnes, another great episode of Bulls Digest, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.